what do I say? Where do I start? There's so much to it. There's a shop. Assalamu alaikum and welcome back to another video. We are in Singapore. It's our first full day here, and before we head out for some breakfast, I'm going to quickly show you what the view is from our hotel window. So here you have quite a few, I'm assuming, apartment buildings, a lot of trees around. The sky's pretty grey. I think it's going to rain in a little while. So yeah, it's a pretty decent view from this hotel window. And so we're going to head out right now. We're going to try to see any places of interest, walk around the streets, show you what the streets are like. Getting into Singapore from UK is an absolute breeze. So we filled out like this arrival card the day before we came. You have to fill it in 3 days before you come. And we had to have proof of vaccination. You can come here as an unvaccinated traveller, but you have to have a PCR, and I think you have to quarantine for 5 days, I'm not sure. But it was extremely easy. We got here, we had to wait in a queue through customs, and the lady checked my passport. She didn't ask me for a single thing because I think that arrival card that I filled in before I landed kind of did the job for me. So it was really, really easy. Was out of the airport, picked up my luggage within like 5 minutes. And yeah, it was such an awesome experience. Let's just get out of this hotel room and go and search for some breakfast. So welcome to the streets of Singapore. I'm not sure what area we're staying in, but we're about in a half an hour walk from Marina Bay Sands. We're gonna walk towards a restaurant that I found online that serves what I'm looking for is Roti Canai. So it's about a 10-minute walk, and near that area they've also got a street called Haji Lane where they've got several shops, and I think it's like a Muslim area. And there's also the Arab Street. Apparently there's a lot of Arabs that live there. I'm not entirely sure. That's what I heard. So yeah, as you can see, very empty streets and extremely clean as well. So with it's May right now, and with the new kind of changes in entry requirements, it's starting to pick up again, tourism here. So you start seeing a lot more tourists, but it's still quiet at the moment. They're playing some interesting game here. I'm not sure what it is. Like golfing. So in Singapore, there's a mix of like Malay, Chinese, Indians, but also like when it comes to religion, I think majority of the people here, I'm not sure, I think they're like Buddhists, but there are other religions here as well. For example, there's Muslims, there's Christians. I think also there's there's going to be a lot of Hindus, and I think there's a small size of Sikhs living here as well. You can see that the driving here is on the left-hand side, and people, they drive on the right-hand side. So the steering wheel's on the right-hand side, but the driving on the roads on the left-hand side, because I think, well, Malaysia was ruled by Britain at one point, and I think also Singapore was, well, so that does kind of make sense why it's been influenced in that way. So obviously you have the traffic lights very similar, the road signs very similar, the driving's very similar to what we find in the UK. So yeah, let's head down. We're getting very close to that food place. We actually came here last night to have dinner, so we're heading back to the same place, and then let's see what happens. So as you're walking down the streets of Singapore, you'll actually smell all sorts of smells. I mean, the food that's cooked here, the scents, so many different types of seafood being cooked here, so many different types of shops here as well. And yeah, there's a mix of Malay, Chinese and Indians here, so the food and everything is infused with one another, so it's amazing. It's really easy to get around in Singapore. All you need is well, there's actually several ways you can get around by bus. You can get around by tram. I really like these cool kind of vending machines they have everywhere, and you can actually pay by card. No, you can't pay by card in this one, but one of them I saw you can actually pay by card, and there's all these cool drinks here. I've never ever come across these before. So yeah, as I was saying, there's you can take a tram, you can take buses, which are incredibly affordable, but even though Singapore is generally an expensive place, and you can also take the taxis. There's like rideshare apps like Uber. So you've got one called Ride, R-Y-D-E, you've got one called Grab, and they're pretty affordable, to be honest, just like Uber is. When a restaurant is this busy, you know it's going to be good. Alright, so we're sat near Kandahar Street, strange name, and we've got some soup with some rice and some prawns, but we've also got something else coming, which is called Roti Canai, which is what the main reason why we came here. So let's wait for that to come first. If I look slightly sweaty, it's because of the food. As you can see here, the rice is actually, I think, somewhat sweet. I don't know if it's made with some kind of milk or something. Tastes like evaporated condensed milk. Then you have these delicious prawns here, very spicy, but it's got this kind of sweet mix to it as well. I know you might be thinking, what about the Roti Canai? Well, that's on the way, and the Teh Tarik is also on the way. That's what I'm looking forward to the most, because it's kind of like a starter, so it gets us going. So I think we have to wait maybe like 2 or 3 minutes for the Roti Canai, because it's extremely busy here. It's an extremely famous restaurant. I'll put the name down in the video as well, so you can see. If you decide to come here, you can definitely come here. So we've got the tea so far, the Teh Tarik. I got the cold version of this yesterday, and this is very famous tea in this part of the world. It's pulled tea, which means they pour it from one cup to another, constantly pulling it, which I think increases and enhances the taste of the tea. So yeah, we're just waiting for the Roti Canai to come. Let's give it a taste test. Wow, that's intense. It's kind of got this really kind of thick texture to it. It tastes a lot like malt, so I'm not sure if that's some kind of ingredient that's in there. It consists of malt. So, but it's very nice, and in the heat, it's actually nice to have something really hot because it helps cool you down. So yeah, so hopefully I'm gonna chug this down now with the Roti Canai. Still waiting for the Roti Canai. It's been a while. All right, so the Roti Canai is finally here. So you have like a paratha type roti thing here, and then you've got some sauce. I'm not sure what that is, some kind of soup to have it with, and there's something here. I'm not entirely sure what these things are, but we're going to give it a taste. I can remember having this in Malaysia 7 years ago, so I'm really excited to be eating it again. This is one of the main reasons why I came out to this restaurant, to get something like this. So I'm going to dive right in, and I'm going to wash it down with some of this amazing tea, Teh Tarik. Alright, so we're gonna give this a try. So if you look down here, we've got the actual roti, and it's very soft. It's like paratha. It's look how soft and kind of flaky it is. That's quite nice. It's not like strict and all in one place. So I'll get a bit of this, put it in this sauce here, and we'll give it a taste just with this sauce here first. That is, now this is everyday food for these guys, but for me this is probably one of the best experiences. This is one of the main reasons why I came out to have breakfast, is because it's so pleasurable. It's such a nice thing to have breakfast. It's really light, and the sauces and everything is just like such a delight early in the morning to have such bursting flavors in your mouth. And give this thing a try as well here, called Sambal I think it is, with the roti as well. So give this a try. Wow. So that's got more of a tomato texture to it. Can't tell the herbs and spices in there exactly, but it's got a sardine taste to it, like a fishy taste. It might have come from some kind of fish dish, but extremely nice. Amazing dish, very cheap. I think it's only like £1, British pounds. So yeah, I'm gonna wash it down with this Singapore tea, well, Teh Tarik. What a meal that was. So we've just come out, and that was one of the best meals I've had in some time. It was altogether around $6 Singaporean actually, with water, Roti Canai, the rice dish with prawns and that curry, and also the 2 teas. So that's around £3 UK pounds. So incredibly cheap food, very, very tasty. Might be back here for dinner. Let's go and explore some of the streets down here and see what we find. Alright, so I was just walking down this road here near the restaurant, and look what I found on my left. It's an amazing mosque here. It's called the Sultan Mosque, and I think it was built in the 18th century. No, sorry, the 19th century, 1820s or something like that. So it's an amazing mosque. It's huge. Although I don't think this is the oldest mosque. There's another one that's older than this, that was built maybe a few years before that, so 1820, early 1820s. But this mosque is amazing, and near the street with all the food shops around. And there were some Islamic shops over there selling tasbeehs and prayer mats and all sorts. Really nice location. So this street here is called North Bridge Road, and that street along there you see is called Arab Street. I'm not sure if it's because there's a lot of Arabs that live here, but then further on you even find Baghdad Street as well. Amazing. So in Singapore, like, everyone wears their mask. There's no question about it. You have to wear your mask here. Now that's indoors, but when you're outside, when you're walking around, 95% of the people that I've seen are wearing the masks. You get some awesome views of the mosque from here as well. Yeah, so 95% of the people here are wearing their masks, and it actually almost feels awkward not to wear your mask here. It's crazy. Rashiwala Bros, 10 Arab Street. The houses are so colourful here, the streets and everything, every building that you see is very, very colourful. There is actually, Singapore is home to one of the most colourful houses in the world. Check this out here. They're selling rugs and carpets and stuff like that. And I think that's, I'm not sure what that is. This here is called Muscat Street. So this is actually named after, I think there's the mosque there. This areas, these streets here are named after some of the Arab countries and Arab cities, and it does feel actually quite Arab here as well. Like, you've got Wahhab textiles, and you've got like Sufi, Turkish and Mediterranean, it says up there, and they sell all these like Turkish rugs and stuff like that. And then down here, look how colourful it is. We just walk down here, and I think next to the mosque as well, I'm not sure if that's part of the mosque, but next to the mosque you've also got like a temple as well. You might walk down this street here and check it out and see what it's like. And I think lighter colours helps kind of like repel the heat, so it's pretty smart thinking. So I'm currently wearing some trousers, and I have my belt broke, so I actually need a new belt. So I'm going to walk down towards a shop that I've been told to go to called Buggies or something. So I'm going to go see if I can find a belt there. So far so good. We just went and bought some fridge magnets. One was for like $2 Singaporean dollars, which is like £1.70 or something like that. So it's incredibly affordable to buy things like fridge magnets, although I'm sure you can get it for cheaper in other places. But yeah, let's head down and see how colourful these houses are. There's this pink one and blue one and yellow one. It just keeps going on and on. So you can see this archway here, and it's on this side of the street and the other side of the street. And this street is actually called, I don't know if you can see it here somewhere. But this street here that I'm standing in is actually called Muscat Street, and it's basically named after Muscat in Oman, and it was opened in 1909. And it's because there was a lot of merchants and traders that came from Oman to Singapore, and there was a huge kind of like alliance between the two countries when it came to trade and economy and things like that. So I think it was closed down and reopened in 2012. So amazing archway. And then we have another vending machine with some amazing drinks in there. Monster and Sprite and Coke and Nescafe and Heaven and Earth and A&W, whatever that is. I've come to a mall to buy a belt, and I found all these cool drinks here, like a different type of Red Bull, and this sparkling mixed fruit tea, blackcurrant, a few drinks up here, and then also on the side here you've got these premium popcorns, and like all sorts of popcorns. It's like a popcorn stand. Crazy. And then you've got one with juice as well. Then randomly you've got a foosball table here as well. If you fancy some orange juice and some popcorn and a game of foosball, then definitely come outside Buggies Mall in Singapore. Alright, so I managed to get a belt, and finally I'm secured down there. And I came outside the actual mall and I found this coconut vending machine as well. Have you seen that before? The coconut machine, how much is it? Like $4 Singaporean dollars, so it's like £2 for a fresh coconut from the fridge. They've even got like small figurines here as well, which cost, I'm not sure how much they cost, like $10, $18, $15, so crazy stuff here, organic coconuts and stuff like that. Then you've also got one down here selling, I think these are like scents and creams and stuff like that, and eyelashes, and, I mean some kind of makeup stuff. So yeah, all sorts of vending machines here in Singapore. It's wild and wild. And then you got keyring vending machine. There are more keyring vending machines. So we're now taking a kind of like a tram, I think it is, or like a tube or something. We're going to the Marina Bay Sands. So that's where you'd find, wow, check this out. Doing it all by itself, not bad. So yeah, that's where you'll find that hotel, Marina Bay Sands Hotel, where you can go to the top and get a really nice view of Singapore. Yeah, like panoramic views of Singapore. So yeah, let's head there now. We've just reached, what is it called, this station? Bayfront Station, I think it is. And here's where we'll find the Marina Bay Sands Hotel. And there's also a water park. There's like gardens by the bay where you can see these like artificial trees, I think. I don't know if they're real, but it looks amazing on pictures. So yeah, we're gonna head out there right now. As you can see, we're gonna walk all the way down here and then make our exit. There's a load of stuff to do around there. You could spend an entire day there if you come to Singapore. There's so much to do just around there. Food, prayer areas, shopping, things like that. There's all these sights to see, but Singapore's small, but there's a ton of stuff to do here, honestly. Like the amount of stuff that I've seen advertised, the amount of tube stations there are. You could, I think 5 days would be a good amount of time to come here. Alright, so we finally made it out the station, and the first place we're gonna go is Gardens by the Bay. So there is a sign for it here, Gardens by the Bay, Bayfront Plaza. And there's actually a place that we're going to go to called the OCBC Skyway. It's like a super tree observatory, so you can look at like a bird's eye view of these trees, and there's a cloud forest as well. Some of them you have to pay for, some of them are free. So yeah, let's head off. You can get a nice view, actually. I can see from here. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see with the GoPro, but you can see the structures just from here. I'll just show you. Just over there. All has ever seen them on pictures, so it's quite nice to actually be here. And just when you're walking towards the area, there's so much greenery here, and it feels really nice being away from all the traffic, although it's still very, very, very humid and incredibly warm. And I did not realize at all as I was walking off, behind me, check that out. So that's the Marina Bay Sands Hotel. At the top you have an infinity pool, and I think there was a show many years ago about people racing across the world, kind of without flying. They had to make it to Singapore from the UK, and the end kind of destination was at the top of this hotel. So whoever made it there at the top, they would win a certain prize or something like that. But that's amazing. The design and everything is super, super modern. Actually looks quite scary the way it's leaning, and the kind of boat type thing at the top is so dramatic. And I'm sure the view from there would be incredible of all of Singapore. Singapore's not massive, so we're actually going to go and buy tickets for the Skyway. I think you can get to the top and get really nice views from there of the gardens. I think it's like 8 Singaporean dollars, which is like £5. So let's go and buy the tickets. So you got the Gardens by the Bay over there, and just opposite you've got the Marina Bay Sands Hotel. So you can only imagine what the view is going to be like from up there, or even any of the hotel rooms on this side. And we're heading towards that way so that we can visit the Skywalk area, where we can get awesome views of the Gardens by the Bay. And so we're a little bit lost, but it looks like directions are pointing towards this way for that area. So yeah, I quite like that Marina Bay Sands Hotel and the observatories and the kind of gardens by the bay area are kind of opposite to each other. Provides this really nice contrast with the modern kind of like, yeah, like the modern hustle and bustle of the city and things like that versus nature and calmness and relaxation. So we're currently in this area called Super Tree Grove, and basically we have these super tree, these giants. That one's got an observatory kind of station at the top, and these guys here, they range between 25 to 50 meters in height. I think that's the tallest one there, and they've designed it in a way to be like trees, and it really nicely, it provides shade throughout the day, and and at night time they have like light shows and sounds and things playing. So it's incredibly beautiful here. This area is free to walk around in, take pictures, whatever, and there's enough kind of like seating areas and stuff all the way around. So yeah, so we're gonna relax here for a little while, and basically then we're gonna head to the Skyway Skywalk area to see if we can get some nice views of the Super Tree Grove all around. So we just purchased tickets for the Skyway. Like I mentioned before, it's 8 Singaporean dollars, which is like nearly £5, which is not bad at all. Very affordable. And we're gonna make our way to the top, and you're only allowed to stay there for like 15 minutes. You don't have to wear a mask up there. And apparently there are like gusts of winds up there, so let's see what happens. Sometimes there's a lot of wind up there. So we're just waiting for the lift.
This way, please.
Hello, thank you. Wow. I thought the views down there were amazing. But it gets even better here. All the greenery down there, contrasting all the modern side of the city over there. And then you've got the sea over there as well. So it took us 10 seconds to climb to the top, but some of these trees here, these plants here, will take years to grow, and some of them are still growing. So we're making our way now to the Marina Bay Sands. I keep forgetting that. Marina Bay Sands Hotel up there, and yeah, leaving behind this incredible area. Just opposite you have the Marina Sands Bay Hotel, and so we're heading that way right now, which is really easy actually to walk there, because we've just come from back there, and you just go ahead and it's just here. So this area here, where do I start? There's so much to it. There's a shopping centre inside, there's the observatory kind of area up there. I think you have to pay for that. I don't know actually what's inside, so I have no idea. I'm going to go inside and see what's going on. I like to keep it a surprise, but I definitely know there's a shopping centre in there, there's apartments in there, there's a hotel in there, plenty of things going on in there. So yeah, let's see what happens. Let's get inside. So I was just walking across this area here outside the Marina Bay Sands kind of shopping centre area, and I came outside and look what I found in the middle of the water. Look here, we have the backdrop being a kind of awesome kind of view of all the buildings here, of the modern buildings. You have this kind of like a dome, and this is basically an Apple store, the first of its kind, that sits entirely in water. It's literally 360 degrees all the way around. It's surrounded by water, and it gives you a really nice view of the amazing city and the Marina Bay from inside. So don't know if you've ever come across an Apple store like that before. Alright, so we've just come back to the tram station. We're taking a tram to visit a unique mosque here. Actually, there's two unique mosques. One is an underground one, and one is the oldest mosque in Singapore. So let's head there right now. Welcome to an area called Telok Ayer, I think it is. 6-minute walk from the tube station or tram station. In this lively business district, we have a mosque which is underground, so we're going to head off there right now. Ah, it looks like we're at the Samsung hub as well. This building here, you can see right now it's rush hour and it's extremely busy. So trying to navigate our way through this traffic is proving a little difficult, but we'll get there in the end. It's like a 5-minute walk to that underground mosque. So we finally made it to the mosque. It's called Maulana Muhammad Ali Mosque, and it's located on Chulia Street in the business district of Singapore. So you can see all these buildings around, but the entrance just over here is actually closed off. So apparently it's only open from 12:30 to 4:50 for Zuhr and Asr, so we're gonna have to leave it. But we are heading towards another mosque, which is the oldest mosque in Singapore, so let's go there right now. So it looks like the mosque is open, but it's just open on the men's side. So Maulana Muhammad Ali Mosque, the one and only underground mosque in all of Singapore. So let's head off inside down this way to go and see what it's like inside. So here we are in what is believed to be Singapore's only underground mosque, and this mainly kind of like caters for the people who are working in the business district, and so it's kind of like a haven for them really, because a lot of times when you go to business districts around the world, it's very rare to find a place for people to go and pray. So it's very nice that they've organized something like that. I'm just going to sit here for a little while and then head back up, and then we'll go to the other mosque, the oldest one, and then we'll probably end the video there. So give it a few minutes, I'll be out. Well, not on the video, but yeah, I'll see you in a little while. So we finally made it to Masjid Umar Kampong Melaka, and it is the oldest mosque in all of Singapore, and I think it was constructed in the year 1820, making it 200 years old, over 200 years old. Head off inside and explore. So here's the minaret of the mosque. You can see it nicely from here, but from outside it's not that visible. So I'm inside the oldest mosque in Singapore, and this mosque was constructed in the year 1820, like I mentioned before. And you'll notice around, walking around, and even when you look at the interior over there, that the mosque is extremely simple. And we'll just get inside there. So if you look at the top as well, being one of the oldest mosques, you'd assume that it'd probably get done up or something like that, but it's been kept really simple, and it's surprisingly quite small inside. I thought it'd be quite big. It is known as like the humble mosque because of the way it's located. It's kind of like hidden away. You don't really realize there's a mosque there. I'll put up some footage here to show you what I mean. And yeah, there's wudu facilities here. There's women's area as well. It's very cozy. It has a very cozy kind of design, very simple. And so yeah, that brings me to the end of our trip. Well, end of our kind of day in Singapore. And yeah, so the plan is that we head to Malaysia tomorrow. So let's see what happens. We probably will be back. We will be back to Singapore to make one or two more videos. But yeah, today's been a really long day, and I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. You guys have enjoyed seeing Singapore, and also like the tour of the random mosques as well. And yeah, make sure you like this video if you liked it. Make sure you subscribe, and also switch on that notification bell button if you don't want to miss out on when I publish my next video. So that's a good place to end. I'll let you guys go. I'm gonna go get some dinner because I'm starving and thirsty, and I'll see you guys in another video. Assalamu alaikum. Hi, my name is Jubair Ahmed, and if you like my travel videos, be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on Instagram and TikTok to stay up to date with my journeys across the world.